I don't know if it's ever happened to you, but it has happened to me, where either the client or someone associated with the client questions the way you do what you do. Now, it's one thing to make sure that the plan that you've put together for the client, the product or the service that you want to offer them, matches exactly what the client wants and what the client needs. That makes just good sense. It's good business sense. But there's also a place where you have to draw the line and say, sorry, but you hired me as the brain surgeon because you don't know brain surgery, and so you got to let me do what I know how to do. I'm J Loren Norris with Leading Leaders Podcast. There are those clients that, in all honesty, the first thing and really the last thing you want to know about them is, can you even pay the bill? You've hired me to do a thing, but I'm concerned that you may not can afford me to do what you've hired me to do. And that doesn't matter if it's replacing the roof or taking hail dents out or doing a leadership course like I do or emceeing an event. But over the course of time, you also learn that there are certain customers that, well, you just work better with. You enjoy hanging out with them. Those kind of customers that at the end of the night or the end of the event or the end of the process, you're almost like, you know what, you were so fun to work with, I'd almost do it for half price just because of the relationship we've built in this encounter. And then there are those that when you're done, you're like, I wish I could charge them 500 times more so they never call me again. And you know what? Don't refer any of your friends to me, because if everybody you hang out with is like you, wow, where have we heard that before? You become like the 5 people you hang out with? If everybody you hang out with is like you, I don't want to do business with you or your friends. That sounds really harsh, but if you've been in business as a small business or an entrepreneur for any period of time, you know that it's truth. It happens to all of us at some point. We find a certain group of customers that we really just like to do business with. And then we find a certain group of customers that just rub us the wrong way every time. I heard a guy say one time, if that rubs you the wrong way, just turn that cat around. Well, you can't always do that, but it is good advice. But I also realize that when we talk about niche marketing, part of what we're looking for in niche marketing is that group of people who really appreciate our service, who kind of share the same values and the same ideologies and the same worldviews, that have the money to pay for the project that you're going to do for them, and also respect your ability to do it at a high level as opposed to just the cheapest old anybody who could do it. And in niche marketing, what we want to do is try to build that relationship with people who think like that. As the old phrase says, we want to do business with people we know, like, and trust. Most of us think of that from a selling standpoint, meaning I, as the service provider, must be someone that you know, like, and trust. A lot of truth to that. Have you ever worked with a client that you didn't know, like, or trust? You didn't trust them not to steal your business ideas and try to do it on their own. You didn't trust them not to steal your equipment while you were working at their site or to damage it because they just don't care about you. Or you don't trust them to even pay the bill. And then you realize along the way, we don't really have anything in common, which is really what like is about. It's not could we be friends, it's do we have any similarities? Do we have any values that we share? Do we have any core beliefs that we share? That's really what like is about. Friendliness tends to flow in that as well, but we all like to do business with people we know, like, and trust. So out of the billions of people on Facebook and the bazillions of people on Google and LinkedIn and YouTube, how do you then put yourself as a business owner in front of people that you feel confident you can know and like and trust, who in return will know and like and trust you? And recently I've come across Susan Hamilton and the Offbeat Business Media. The Offbeat Business Alliance is a membership organization, and its whole purpose is to say, we're not trying to do business with a billion people. We're not trying to be a needle in a haystack to be found out of a billion people. What we would like to do is to revisit this concept we used to call community, where small businesses did businesses locally, where people knew the people they did business with because they see them all the time, everywhere. Chambers of commerce kind of have this going on. Small towns have this going on, where there's a sense of community, where the people that you're doing business with, you know them because, well, they're your next door neighbor or the one down the street, or they serve on the city council or the school board, and you have some idea what their values are like, and you have some idea how to expect them to behave when you do business with each other. And you also know that there'll be a little bit of grace if you don't get it exactly right the first time, and also the honest opinion if you don't get it right the first time, that, hey, we'd like you to come back and do that again. But there's second chances, and not just an instant coil on Yelp to destroy your business or bad reviews. Right? I think there's something to be said for the idea of having a membership type organization that you can belong to, that you can promote your business in, that you can be a part of, that would say, I know the other people in this group. I can easily refer the people in this group, and it's not exclusive. And there may be 25 plumbers and 15 attorneys and 61 life coaches, but they all have some other things in common. We know, like, and trust each other. And maybe I just realized that out of all of the attorneys or all of the life coaches, there are 2 or 3 that I could recommend to you because I think your personality style and theirs would match. There's a lot of power in that. I really like the idea. I think she may be onto something here with this Offbeat business media thing. I'd encourage you to go check it out. I believe it's offbeatbusiness.com, offbeatbusinessmedia.com. Check that out. Just Google it. You'll find it. And they've got a really cool app that you can get in the Google Market or the Apple Store. Download them. Check it out. Find the various people around there. I'm strongly considering moving the Leading Leaders podcast in that direction to more of an episodic show than just a 5-minute lesson. But I haven't made a final decision on just how that will happen yet. You'll be the first to know when I do. In the meantime, continue to do business with people you know, like, and trust. A fair job for a fair wage is, well, it's just good common sense, and it's good business. But don't waste your life trying to serve people that you don't know or like or trust, and they're probably not going to know, like, or trust you either. I'm J Loren Norris with Leading Leaders Podcast for Tell It Like It Is TV. Have a blessed day.